Welcome back to my channel. Today we are discussing trade winds. Imagine you are a sailor 500 years ago, trying to cross the vast Atlantic Ocean. No engines, no GPS, just you, your ship, and the wind. But here's the amazing thing, there are invisible highways in the sky that sailors discovered called trade winds because these routes were used for trade purposes, that's why the name. These trade winds could carry them safely across the ocean. So, today we are going to explore these incredible wind patterns that change the world. Here in this diagram, you can see these yellow lines. These are winds blowing from east to west near the equator. So, if this is the imaginary line called equator passing through the middle of the earth, so 30° north and 30° south is where the trade winds blow. In the northern half, trade winds blow from northeast. That means they come from the northeast direction. And remember that winds are named after the direction they come from, not the direction to they are going. So since they are coming from the northeast direction, they are easterly winds. So this is the direction these winds are blowing. Now let's understand why these winds blow in this direction. So this is our earth. This here is the equator. First of all, why winds blow? Because of the uneven heating of the earth. So if this is the earth and this is the sun, near the equator the sun rays fall directly. So they heat up more. While at the polar region the rays are slanted, so they get less heat. So this region gets more heat compared to the polar region and subpolar region. Because of this uneven heating, the air in this region gets heated. When the air is warm, it expands. The molecule of air expand. When they expand, they are lighter and they rise up. So when the air near the equator rise up, they leave empty spaces, but earth doesn't like empty spaces. Therefore the cooler air from the polar region rush to fill this empty space. Understand this. When air warms up and rise up, they create a low pressure area. So warm creates low pressure area and cold creates high pressure area. Cold means heavy, the air is dense, and warm means lighter, so low pressure. So when air heats up, here we have low pressure area. Therefore, air from the high pressure area means the colder region, they rush towards this low pressure area. Let's understand here in this image. So this circulation of air presented by red and blue lines shows the circulation of air. The red arrow shows warmer air, which when gets heated they rise up, and blue arrows show colder air. So near the equator, these types of circulation forms a cell called Hadley cell. So when the air rise up, they cool down and then again they come and fill this space. And this Hadley cell takes place between 30° north and 30° south from the equator. So blue is the cold dry air, red is the warm moist air. So this is the direction you will say that air is coming in this direction. But you can see the trade winds are called easterly winds. They are coming like this. Why? Because of the rotation of the earth. We know that our earth is spinning, and this spinning motion affects how the air moves. The earth is rotating from west to east. So this rotation of the earth creates Coriolis effect near the equator. Think of earth like a giant spinning playground merry-go-round. If you try to throw a ball straight across to your friend on other side while you are on a merry-go-round, the ball would appear to curve because the merry-go-round is turning underneath it. The same thing happens to air moving across Earth's surface. The spinning motion causes the air to curve to the right. So when the air is flowing like this, because of the spinning motion, it curves to right in the northern hemisphere and to the left in southern hemisphere. So this is the direction of trade winds. However, there is a reason from the equator 5 degree north to 5 degrees south. This is called doldrums because no wind blows near these doldrums, and sometimes when the ship gets stuck near doldrums, they are not able to move because there are no winds. Columbus was really smart about this. He sailed south first to catch the trade winds, then rode them west to reach the Americas. For the return trip, he sailed north to catch different winds called westerlies. So westerlies are the winds blowing from 30 degrees south towards the polar region. These westerlies blew back toward Europe. So it was like using a two-way highway in the sky. These winds were so reliable that they became like ocean highways for sailing ships. Merchants could predict their journey times, and trade between continents became regular and profitable. Without trade winds, the age of exploration might never have happened. Even today, trade winds play a huge role in steering tropical storms and hurricanes. When meteorologists track these powerful storms on TV, they are watching how trade winds help guide them across the ocean. Even modern sailors and some cargo ships still use trade winds to save fuel and time. It's like getting a free push from nature. And scientists study these winds to understand climate change and how our planet's weather system works. So let's recap what we have learned about these amazing trade winds. They are steady easterly winds that blow towards the equator, created by uneven heating from the sun and Earth's rotation. The Coriolis effect makes them curve, creating the patterns we see today. Thanks for joining me on this journey to understand trade winds. Hit like and subscribe to the channel for more such videos.